The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 17 carries, 58 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. This defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about, does all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 113 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on. And
tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Lions are 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Down to about the 45.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out with that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Wins his throw complete there to Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Chase Lucas brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. To try again after the sack. Wentz under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. After 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Here's Wentz to throw. Steps away. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And the Lions will take over. Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And with the dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd down, Swift. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. On 4th down, Goff departs, and Austin Seibert is out there for the Lions field goal now. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, we get a look at the Lions 2022 draft class. And this class will probably be remembered for the guy that they took number 2 overall, the hometown kid Aiden Hutchinson. But beyond him, really a lot to like about this group that Detroit brought in.
And Brandon, it's not often that any kid doesn't want to go number 1 overall in the draft. But Aiden Hutchinson, he was ecstatic to go number 2 and go to the home state Detroit Lions. And how about the Lions trading up from 32 to take wide receiver Jameson Williams, 12th overall out of Alabama. Speed, speed, speed.
On play action, Wentz rolling to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Lucas able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chase Lucas dropping it for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack.
Looking to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Chase Lucas able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards, well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Swift.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
125 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift.
His first touchdown of the new season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Seibert on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So we reach.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back near the goal line, here's Wentz. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
145 yards for the ground yards. He's been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Swift. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown.
DeAndre Swift, his first rushing touchdown of the year.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
But I'll tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Thomas has got it. Complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Throwing now is Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Now Wentz. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Wentz.
It's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wentz. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the stop, that was Chase Lucas. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And Thomas has it. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Washington on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Lions will take over. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Swift going to try up the middle. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Running is Swift. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And this will be taken at the 13.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Benjamin St. Juste there on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side, Swift.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and this was truly a total team